52 years old, and I just closed on my first real estate rental deal in Manhattan. If you're thinking about starting something new later in life, then watch this video to see the 5 things that I've learned from that experience. Number 1 is I have the skills that it takes to build trust with new clients. Honestly, I was a little bit unsure about this in the beginning because I'm a new agent and because I'm pretty new to New York City. But I found that the trust came from my consistency and communication and just being available when they needed me and when they had questions. Number 2, inventory is low in New York City, especially in Lower Manhattan where we were looking. And there was so much competition. I actually did another YouTube about this, the competition and the lines that are waiting just to see an open house. You have to be ready with your paperwork. You have to be prepared. You have to be persistent, consistent, and you have to really just stay on top of it. When you see a unit that you like, you need to jump on it because 40 other people are jumping on it at that moment. Number 3, every apartment in Manhattan that we looked at seemed to have something a little quirky about it, except for the one we finally found through persistence, by the way. The one we finally found was not quirky. It was actually pretty fabulous. But every one of them had something odd. Like there was one that had 4 walls in the bedroom and the window was in the ceiling like a skylight. But technically that's considered a bedroom, even though the window was on the roof of the room with 4 concrete walls. My point is that oftentimes you have to manage your own expectations and figure out what your deal breakers are when you're apartment hunting in Manhattan, because many of them are just going to have something a little bit off about it. Maybe you love the location and that's important to you, but perhaps it's got something quirky about one of the bedrooms, or maybe one of the bedrooms is lacking a closet or something like that. Or maybe the whole apartment is lacking a closet, but it has windows. Who knows? Anyway, you have to kind of manage your own expectations and figure out what your deal breakers are so that you can successfully find something in Manhattan that works for you. Number 4, I enjoyed working with the ones who were seeking the apartment. So that actually translates to buyers, which I'm trying to manifest. That's my next challenge. I would like to work with really high-end buyers in Manhattan. We'll just go ahead and manifest that right now. But I really enjoyed working with the ones who were seeking the apartments because it was that whole trust thing. They trusted me to find them units that I think that they would like based on my conversations with them. I listened. I'm actually a very good listener when it comes to those things. Listen to what their needs are, what their wants are, exactly what they're looking for, and also learning along the way what their deal breakers are so that you can hone in on what you think would be a good unit for them. Number 5, working through the uncertainty built my confidence. There were times when I doubted myself through this process because I was like, what am I going to do? Here's what it was. I was like coming up with scenarios in my head, things that hadn't happened, but I was worried they were going to happen. And things like, when do I tell them that, when do I remind them that they owe me a commission at lease signing? How do I craft that email? What if we don't go through with this deal? What if we don't find anything? What if? And I realized through that process that all of those concerns that I was having were real estate agent problems. And I had gratitude for that. What does that mean? It means that I am performing like a real estate agent at this late stage in life, this new turn of activities, and that's exactly what I was setting out to do. And here's a little bonus for you. Don't mistake kindness for weakness. I'm one hell of a negotiator. One of the things that I really enjoy doing is quietly influencing people to move their lives in positive directions, manifesting big things for yourself, and taking the baby steps that it takes to get yourself to where you want to be. I hope this inspires you to do those things that you've been wanting to do, that's been speaking to you. Listen to that. Listen to that intuition, follow it, and take those steps.